The Guru is live.
Welcome to Real Estate Daily Weekend Edition with your guru. And we're talking today about personality types. I get asked regularly, people say, I wish I could be in real estate, but I just don't have the personality for it. And well, let's talk about personality types and what kind of personality best fits real estate. By the way, before we get into it this morning, take a moment, hit the like button, make a comment. What kind of personality do you have? You probably have, there's lots of personality tests. You don't have to give me your disc or anything like that. Although it's probably not shocking. I'm a high D. I'm an extrovert. And today is about, can introverts do the business? Can an introvert actually do this business? We're going to peel that apart. Take a moment, hit the like button, go to Facebook and follow us on social media. That way you will catch all of our events. Also in YouTube, go and hit the subscribe button. That will open up the Guru members only events. Only the Guru members. And you have to be a subscriber to be a Guru member. Only the Guru members get access to certain events, and those certain events will get opened up to you. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. All right, personality types. Let's break it down. What kind of personality types actually win in real estate? Because all the time people will say, well, I'm not an extrovert. I can't do that. I can't go on stage. I can't present. I'm too nervous to present. By the way, most people, when it comes to presentations and public speaking, they would rather die. We all hear that. I don't know where the stat ever came from or who polled it, but it's out there a whole bunch. You can find it all over the place. People would rather die. I mean, die? Really? Now, I will tell you, I'm an extrovert. I don't get nervous coming on stage. Now, I do my preparation, of course. You've got to prepare, but it's not the kind of thing I get nervous about going on stage. But I've been doing it since a very youngster, very young, going on stage in a church with my dad. My dad was a minister, and I'd go up on stage in church, or whether it's playing the guitar or whatever it is, used to being on stage. You don't have to even think that real estate is about being on stage. It's not about being on stage. It's not about that. You know what it's about? You probably know this already. Here comes the word. It's about relationship. Relationship is key to this business. And it doesn't matter whether you're an extrovert or an introvert. In fact, I coach a lot of people. I've helped people start businesses and coach people in this business to create some of the largest businesses they could have ever imagined. They couldn't even have thought they would have had a business as large as what it became. However, they were introverts and they thought they just couldn't do it. But it's about relationship, particularly this business, but also other things like accounting, being an attorney. The professional professions are often about one-on-one relationship. And in fact, if you're an introvert, you may have an edge. I'm told my wife and I will go out to a presentation and she'll nudge me and say, shut up, let them talk. Because, we need to let the other side talk. We need to listen. We need to be more aware of the surroundings. It's not about being comfortable, by the way. We confuse the whole concept of what kind of personality we're going to have and will it win with, am I comfortable doing it? It's not about being comfortable. It's about understanding what you need to do as a professional. By the way, you're licensed. You made it. You're licensed in this industry. It was a goal for you. You knew what you were getting into, at least in some regard. You knew where you were headed in this industry. And if you're an introvert, and most people are certainly not as extroverted as I am, it drives you crazy that I'm this way. Please don't be as extroverted as I am. My wife is already laughing at me behind the scenes because she's saying, yes, please don't be this way. You need to be you. You need to be authentically you. Don't put on something that you're not. Will you be uncomfortable? And the answer is emphatically yes. You're going to be uncomfortable, particularly if you're doing something that is not you. You need to be authentically you. And if authentically you is an introvert, well, embrace it. It's okay. Because it's not about being absolutely comfortable with what you're doing. It's about being comfortable with who you are. You yourself need to be comfortable. Now, the profession itself, we can solve those problems. We can prepare you. We can make it where you have the information, the advice, the tool sets to go and speak to somebody and make that relationship happen. Now, I am not a psychologist by no means. However, if you are possibly a hermit or something like this, maybe maybe this career may not have been the perfect choice for you, because a hermit that may be a little difficult for you, because you do have to get out. You do have to meet people. But over the years, the hundreds of people I've met that are introverts, they don't mind meeting people. They don't mind talking to people. This may be you. You don't mind the meeting of people. You don't mind the talking to people. You just don't want to be in front, as on a stage, in front of thousands of people, or hundreds, or even dozens of people. Remember, going back to the public speaking thing. Public speaking freaks people out. But real estate is not about public speaking. You don't have to be that kind of a leader to have a wonderful, phenomenal career in real estate. You probably didn't expect this on a weekend edition that we're going to talk about personality types. But it is critical to break down personality types and break the barrier down that people think they can't be involved in real estate just because they're an introvert and they don't like to be on stage. Well, if that's the case, then there's the majority of the jobs in this world you can't do. And that is not true. You can succeed. You can absolutely slay it. You know the old saying, fake it until you make it. Fake it until, there is a little bit of that. Come on, we all fake it a little bit. Do you think that at everything I'm doing, I'm comfortable? I have a daily show. Now, I don't mind being in front of people. I don't mind being on camera. I always feel like I have plenty to say, even though my wife reminds me that you don't have so, maybe you should slow down just a touch. In fact, let me take a sip of coffee this morning. I hope you're having a wonderful morning on this weekend edition, and I hope that you're sipping a little coffee this morning with me. Okay, we can slow down maybe just a touch. Let's go back to our point of fake it till you make it. What does fake it till you make it really mean? Well, it doesn't mean that you're lying. Never lie in the industry. That's never a good idea. What fake it means, until you can start to feel comfortable, get in front of a mirror. Until you can start to feel comfortable, act like you're comfortable. Once you start acting like you're comfortable, you will slowly start to become comfortable. That's how the fake it till you make it works. People say, well, I don't want to lie. Never lie. I can't ever promote lying in the industry at all. or in your life. That's not a good thing to be doing. But let me tell you a little bit about introvert. If you are an introvert and you're wondering about this business, why would you be better at this business? Well, you're going to be better because you're a better listener. You will be a better listener than I. There's no doubt. I am constantly, it's just the way my brain ticks. I'm constantly thinking about what do I want to say next. I'm more focused on what I'm saying next rather than what they're saying, because the person I'm with will say, did you catch what they said about their children and the names of their children and the ages of their children and their dogs and the other pets they have? And I'll say, no, because I was thinking about the next thing I was going to say. I missed all of that. Well, that's a bad listener. But introverts often are better listeners than extroverts. Not always, but often, because you are busy paying attention to the person. You're carving out the relationship and where you're going with it. That is wonderful. It can't be better than that. You will get further by carving out the relationship, where you're going, than thinking about the next thing that you're going to be saying. Now, listening, well, that is absolutely critical. You certainly have to be respecting boundaries and writing down everything. Often you get an introvert in the room and they're busy taking notes like crazy and not speaking back. This becomes what I call the boundary problem. If you are busy taking too many notes, now pay close attention here. I want to break this barrier down. If you're busy taking too many notes and not saying anything back, that is a problem of the communication process, which is a two-way street. It's a two-way street in creating a relationship. It's a two-way street in creating the personal relationship as well as the professional relationship. Both have to be speaking. It can't be just one side busy taking the notes, because pretty soon you'll look creepy by doing it. There's boundaries that get broken. Now, also as an extrovert, let me tell you, you can break boundaries, step over top of boundaries by saying too much, which is often where I find myself in trouble. And I have to keep myself in check on it. One moment while I get another sip of coffee here. It's the weekend edition. I love the comments on the weekend edition. They are different from during the week. Pardon me. I would love it if you make a comment about how do you deal with brand new relationships. If you're an introvert, tell me for a minute, how do you really overcome yourself and meet with somebody? It is so helpful to the others for you to speak out and tell how you overcome yourself. It is all about us overcoming ourselves. I have to do the same thing in so many ways. You can hardly believe it. Well, public speaking is not one of my fears. I have lots of other fears out there. Not even going to go into them this morning. I don't want to get all the mocking from it that I get in the comments of all my other fears that I would have. But if you are having these kind of fears, tell us in the comments, how did you overcome it? Does it bother you? Were you able to break it down and fake it till you make it? And I suspect that you were able to do that, or you probably wouldn't be here with us today. So follow us on Facebook, make the comment in social media, or over here on YouTube, any of the channels where we're at. I will get back to you. I get back to all comments. And please know this, you are helping someone else with your comments. Always. Someone makes a comment and I'm always amazed at the mass intelligence that's out there that I could have never thought of the answer. But as the body of people, the intelligence that's out there is absolutely amazing. So post your comment, do someone else a favor, and help break down those barriers. Respecting boundaries is absolutely something critical you have to do. Listening, number one, you've got to listen. And how do you show the other side that you're actually listening? You show the other side you're actually listening by repeating what they say. This, by the way, will help you with your nerves. If you're nervous about this industry, help them by repeating what they say. That will allow them to believe they are being heard. And by being heard, that is critical. You are beginning to form the relationship that even an introvert is going to want. Even an introvert, even an extrovert maybe, is going to want the kind of relationship that begins to be formed when you believe that you're being heard. If the other side doesn't believe that they're being heard, it's going to be difficult to ever declare you have a relationship with that person. Now, this is a sales business. I often hear from people that in sales, it's not about relationship, and they are simply wrong. It is about relationship. It is about trust. It is about integrity, and it is about credibility. Now, the question is why? Why is it that way? Why do personality types matter? And why do relationships matter in this business? It doesn't matter so much when you're down there buying your cup of coffee. Maybe that doesn't matter so much. Even though I believe in that relationship as well, because I love my coffee. It matters in this business because you are buying or selling the largest asset of your life. For most of us, our home. It's the largest asset of our life. We don't trust people with it. We don't trust what other people are saying about it. It's the biggest deal we have. For the majority of us, our home, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. For most of us, we're not rich. We don't have millions of dollars in the bank account. Our home is a large piece of the bank that we have for retirement, for security, our financial freedom, and our home. It is our home. And that is where you have to carve out the security, the secure relationship for this to happen. An introvert often is able to carve out this relationship easier, better, quicker than an extrovert. Oh, I can be fun. I know that. Over time, you know yourself a little bit. I know that I can be fun. I can kid people, and I can create a fun environment to some degree. But that isn't the same as creating the secure environment that it creates that you need for the relationship. So I always take someone with me that balances my style with the other side, the introvert side. So we can always see the whole picture of what's going on with the client. So we started off today talking about, does it work? Can an introvert work successfully in this business? And the answer is absolutely yes. In fact, you are needed in this business. You are critically needed. We need your skill sets. We need who you are. Are you going to be nervous? Probably. Am I going to be nervous? Yes, about different things than you are. Because that's who we are as people. We're going to be nervous about different things, but you are critically needed in this business. You can reach people that I would never reach. You will hear things in a conversation that I will never hear. I'm on the other extreme side of this social dynamic. I need someone to balance me on the opposite. I don't need two of us there that are extroverts yelling at the person. I've gotten old enough to recognize that. For the longest time, I felt like, why would I want someone else there with me? And when I started taking a balance with me, all of a sudden I'm closing more deals. Because the credibility comes along with it. People knowing they're being heard, being listened to, and they're not just a sale. Introvert, if you are an introvert out there, let's just speak plainly here. We're weekend edition. If you're an introvert and you're thinking about this business, or you're already licensed and you are concerned about the business, you can do this business. I believe in you. I work with you. People on my team, on my staff, I work with you. You are critical to this business. We absolutely have to have you in the business because you are better listeners. You are better communicators on your side of the coin. Extroverts, by the way, let me just throw something in for the extroverts like myself. We need you as well. But you already have the confidence and the belief that you can do it. You need to be balanced by someone else. If you can, go and take everybody, introverts, extroverts, everybody, go and take a Myers-Briggs test. Find out where you're at on the Myers-Briggs. Now, I'm not a huge fan of these personality tests, the DISC test, the Myers-Briggs test, and a whole bunch of other ones. I've taken them, and yes, they can somewhat manipulate it, but overall, you will get a score and a picture of who you are. You don't even, they always say share your scores. You don't even have to share your score. It's about you understanding who you are so that you have the confidence to build this career. This career is your choice. You went and got licensed, or maybe you're still thinking about getting licensed and you're just tuning into the show. That's fine. If you're just thinking about, I need to talk to you, I want to talk to you, we need you in this business. We are so short of people that are doing the business effectively. We're not short of people that are just simply hanging out a license. We are certainly short of people that are busy doing the business. We need full-time people, and we need introverts, we need extroverts, and everybody across the spectrum. We need you because nobody can connect to the client like you. You're an individual. I don't care what kind of personality type you have. Your personality type will be able to win clients that I can't. Your personality type will be able to win clients that nobody else can break the barriers down for. And if you've chosen this as a career, I need to speak with you. I want to talk with you about success. My goal, by the way, I say it regularly. Let me get it out there in the weekend edition. My goal is to help you build the best real estate business you could have ever imagined. We have one-on-one coaching programs. We have a course you can go through called Kickstarter. You don't want one-on-one coaching, makes you nervous? No problem. We put all the assets in the course. And by the way, the course has a money back guarantee program. It's a money back offer. You start in, you try it out, you don't like it, you get your money back. Don't worry about it. You're going to love it because it's going to build your business. There are critical aspects. There's elements to building a business in 22. They are different than the elements in 2019, 2020, 2021, because 2022 is different. Yes, it uses a bunch of the same skills. It uses a bunch of those same things that we had before. But it's sharpened with the year 22 edge, which is different. And you need to understand how to sharpen your edge. Just getting licensed in this business isn't enough. I've seen people that sat on a license for over 10 years and didn't know how to go after getting a client base and building their business effectively. We can show you this and you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you because you are unique. You don't have to come from money. I came from poverty and I did it. And before you say, well, you're unique, I'm blind and I didn't start this career until after becoming blind. I did it. And I was Realtor of the Year. And I created an office. And I own a brokerage with 2 locations. If I can do it, and I'm not special, you absolutely can do it. There's no question. I don't care of your personality type. You're an introvert, you're an extrovert, you're all over the map on it. It doesn't matter. We need you in this business. This is Real Estate Daily. I'm your real estate guru, and we'll be talking about real estate every day very shortly. See you soon.